Hello everybody and welcome back as we continue this tutorial series on Crusader Kings 3 for complete beginners. We are actually currently using our army to raid Wessex. We are a little bit concerned because Wessex is actually building up an army here. So we might actually skedaddle here after a second, but we're keeping a close eye on these troops as they pillage the countryside over here. In fact, actually as Wessex, have you like bought mercenaries or something? Why is this? No, they're just getting bigger and bigger levies, huh? So we got to be careful about that. They could try to engage us. It says actually we can ransom. We've captured someone. We've captured a prisoner. It says we can ransom them for at 10 gold. I'm not impressed. I'd rather get the piety. So this is not tyrannical because this person is of a different faith, and they are Dunzo there. Kind of a grim thing. There you go. But that's Crusader Kings for you. That is playing as the Norse pagans, and so on and so forth. We can negotiate alliances. We know that we don't want any of those alliances. We don't want any of those ones. We can rightfully imprison this person, actually. So they are actually a adulterer. So we can actually go in and imprison our vassal here rightfully. Oh, we do not have the actual law to allow us to do that. So why is it telling us we can do that if we can't do that? So go away. Speaking of laws, right? We can enact additional tribal authority. We can spend prestige. One of the things that we can spend prestige on is actually going up and trying to actually boost up our tribal authority and actually move this dial up and have more control over our vassals and stuff like that and get more benefits from them, which could be something we definitely want to do. We definitely want to be able to exert more control as we take over more of Sweden and so on and so forth. Oh, we have a new diplomatic perk that we can grab. Nice. So we can start working in another section. We can start working in another section here. You know, I might actually want to switch to this prestige gain per month, to be honest, when we get a chance. I think you could change this every like 5 years or something. So we're not quite at the point where we can change this yet. We can become thoughtful. So this is interesting. This makes it so the Dukel Conquest, this makes it so the titles are 20% cheaper to make. So we're going to be making a bunch of titles, right? And they're like 150 gold, 250 gold. This would just save us a bunch of money doing that, to be honest. That's kind of interesting. Fellow vassals, this will just make everybody like us a lot more. That being said, it's like, do we actually really care that much about like becoming more of a diplomat? Everybody already likes us. Each alliance gains one diplomacy skill. I don't know if we care that much about this, to be honest. We can actually befriend characters if we do this route. Our children receive extra skill points. That's pretty good. We don't have any children right now. Well, actually, we do have children. We don't. I mean to say we don't have any newborn children. Although this does retroactively apply. This does retroactively apply to children that have already been born, which is actually pretty crazy if you think about that. Family members, this actually helps us actually become better as a person. The more friends we have, the more skill points we get. The more children we have, the more skill points we get. So this is actually kind of a fun one to do, honestly. I could see us dipping into this one, getting this to just save us some money, and swinging around and doing this, or actually moving over and trying to actually do other things to help us gain money and stuff. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do the thoughtful. Let's unlock thoughtful, which gives us more opinion gain from gifts. We're not really giving out that many gifts. They're too expensive. But then again, I don't know. If we start raiding and stuff here, we might be able to, who knows? There's a potential alliance sign. Yeah. 300 levies, right? I'm just clicking on the characters, and I'm looking here. I'm looking at the levy count. This is just a quick glance, right? Click. Cornwall, how many troops you got? 500. Francia, how many troops you got? 4,000, right? So that's what I'm doing when I'm assessing strength. That's not the end-all be-all, because the other thing you could look for is alliances down here. These are alliances. Brittany has no alliances. They have 800 troops, no alliances. Oof, they're vulnerable right now. Uh-oh, these guys have been sitting around doing nothing. Oops, can't get that far inland. Yeah, there's not much money down here. I'm thinking we need to hop over to Brittany. Brittany's vulnerable, and I think there's probably good money down here in Brittany. So we're kind of just raiding over here. One thing we could do is actually we have decisions we can make. You know what we want to do? Let's click on the let's say notify me when this is available. Notify me when this is available. Notify me when all of these things are available. Oh, I don't want to. No, I don't really want it to notify me up there, to be honest. Because sometimes you can't afford this stuff, and these are good ways to reduce stress. Like the hunt is a good way to reduce stress, minus 44 stress. But it also is a good opportunity to gain prestige on a prestigious hunt. And other contextual events will happen here too. So we can start to do some of these things, which we haven't done yet, which is actually kind of a mistake because these are really cool things to do. We can go on pilgrimage. It costs some money to do that, but that can actually boost our piety quite a bit. Actually, you know what? Let's go on a pilgrimage. Ah, man, there's so many good choices here. How much does it cost to commission an epic? Gain 150 commission family epic. 2 extra prestige per month for 10 years? Holy cow. All this stuff is fantastic. Yeah, let's start off with the epic. This is unique to who we are as a character. A family epic. I've never done this before. As I need a classical tale of grandeur of my family, a song about the origins of the Munso dynasty and how we are destined for greatness. I only need someone who knows how to tell a story. We could say that, hey, this guy's a storyteller. Ooh, holy cow, he's got a great learning skill. He's a scholar. He knows a thing or two about a good story. Has a high chance of an exceptional epic. Ooh. An exceptional epic. It's going to cost us an extra 100 gold to hire this guy. Holy cow. This guy is scaly and he's got low intelligence. On second thought, I do not write a family epic. No, I think we do this. That's going to be a lot of money, though. I didn't realize that was going to drain our coffers here. Going on pilgrimage, you usually want a little extra money for going on pilgrimage, too, because you never know what kind of unexpected expenses travel can accrue. But doing a pilgrimage early on would be good. Okay, family epic perspective. My family epic seems to be progressing well, and some lines are already sound like they will be quoted for decades to come. But the scholar has a lot of questions about the focus of the story. It would be easier to answer if he wrote it all first, and then I could tell him what I dislike about it, but he insists he needs answers now. That is true. It is easier to once that is true, but I will gain more prestige when the epic is done. It should focus on me and in my dynasty, of course. It is a family history, so be generous. Renown. Renown. We haven't talked about renown. Renown is actually something that actually is core to our dynasty. This other button down here, we have culture, religion, and the dynasty. We are the leader of we're the head of the house of the Munso dynasty. Through renown, we can unlock these different perks, like extra fertility, more likely to have kids, extra dread gain, extra popular opinion, more prowess. We can increase the chance of obtaining and inheriting congenital traits, positive congenital traits. Courtiers like us better. So these different ones, you can see that they're sort of organized in terms of the different skills and the different principles in the game. But renown is what we spend renown for this stuff. You can see it gets very expensive. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. That's not 1,000 each time. That's 15,000 to fill this whole thing in. So it gets very expensive. But right now we're gaining 1.4 renown, and renown is essentially gained based on the titles that we hold, the amount of living members in our dynasty, and also we have a king by marriage, right? We have a sister, I believe. We have our daughter is actually married to the king, King Rurik, who's destined potentially his lineage might form sort of like a future Russia, far, far in the future. But King Rurik, we have our sister as the queen, and we're getting a huge, in fact, most of our renown is not coming from our own holdings, our own glory as Bjorn, the Duke. We're a Duke right now. Bjorn is a Jarl. But no, a king. We are married to a king. We have someone in our dynasty that's married to a king, and we're getting a good amount of renown from that. But right now, our family house is completely obscure. Completely obscured. So if we go back to this here, though, we can see our family tree. We're the head here. We have a son. He's of our dynasty. And we have a queen. And she's of our dynasty. However, her kids are not. She is married patrilineally to the king of, to the Novgorodian king. And therefore, his kids are going to take on his dynasty. The kids, our son, is likewise is going to spread his dynasty to sons and daughters that he has. And these sons and daughters, who actually, holy cow, we can be manipulating right now. We just contextually realized something that we need to manage. Okay, so renown is actually incredibly valuable. It is so valuable. Prestige is great But Renown, you can't get enough of this stuff. You can, because with these perks that you enact are not just for our character now, but the perks that we enact will be good for our son and our grandson, and even the characters we don't play, even just people that are just in the ether, basically, that are of our dynasty. When we get hundreds and hundreds of living members of our dynasty potentially in the future, all of them will benefit from these benefits that we can stack on top of them. They can become super powerful members of the world, right? And that can help them succeed in life. And the more they succeed, the more renown we get. So we want our dynasty to do well. We want our family to do well, not just our own character. But essentially, we have grandkids. Holy cow, we got grandkids. These grandkids aren't even getting an education right now, which is not good. This guy's got a lisp. This guy could be the future heir of the kingdom for all we know. Could be the future heir of the kingdom for all we know. So could we please make sure this guy's getting some kind of education? And it's really good to have an intelligent person educate the child. We know that this person is curious, so they are interested in learning, the ways of learning. They're getting a diplomacy education, but no. They're going to get a learning education. They're going to get a learning education. Their father, they have another brother here. We don't know much about their twin. They have a younger brother and sister twins, fraternal twins. We don't know much about Friedrich Eriksson. Right now, he's just a baby. Once he turns 3 years old, we'll know what kind of baby he is, and we'll be able to customize an education towards that. Our daughter's kids are not of our concern. They're not our dynasty. They're in a faraway land. They're just doing their own thing. But let's make sure our grandson is getting an education. What we could do is we could actually take this granddaughter. We can actually arrange a marriage for her if we wanted to. We could build an alliance that way. We could bring someone into our court that way. All kinds of things. So this is a daughter that we can potentially leverage to bring people into our court that we might need. This is, ooh, wait a second. Ooh, Amazon. Yes. Let's recruit this person to court. And let's make her a concubine. And let's have some kids, some Amazonian kids. This guy's got a 27 learning skill. Holy cow. He's an outstanding physician is what he would be. He'd be an amazing court physician. Man, this is expensive. She's already married. If she was unmarried, it'd be cool to bring her in. It costs us 5 gold. I think we bring these people in, but man, we're losing money over here, left, right, and center. We don't need to bring her in, but she has a good learning skill, though. Would she be a better... She would be a better religious person than who we have now. So, I don't know. It's something to consider, at least. We just spent all of our money. We need, like, hundreds and hundreds of gold for things, and we just spent it all. Yikes. But hey, you never have enough of these resources here. But I'm excited we're about this commissioning of the epic that we're doing here. At least we got 91 bucks here in the bank, so to speak. Family epic. Honesty and perception. My chancellor chieftain is listening to my family epic and is slowly coming together. A lot of it is very plausible, such as part with the raging ox, he tells me. On the other hand, who is it to say what the past was like? If you're already doing embellishments, why not take it as far as we can? Now, we're honest, so this would cause a little bit of stress for our character to be dishonest. It is important that we tell a good story after all. I think it is important that we tell a good story after all. We get more renown, we get more prestige. Being true to life as possible will give us honesty, and it'll also give us learning lifestyle experience, which we're not focused on learning. We're doing diplomacy. So that learning lifestyle would just sit around and do nothing for a while. No, I think we want to tell a good story. We want more renown, and we want, which has actually increased our fame. We are now distinguished, but we're working towards illustrious. Illustrious is going to really allow us to conquer at a blistering pace. Bjorn is still young. He's 45 years old. He could easily live to be 60-something years old. Who knows? We got 100 gold here. Man, there's so little. Wessex is not nearly as rich as we would hope. And, family epic. Inspiration strikes. It's taken a number of liberties in my family epic in regards to warfare and battles. It makes for dramatic scenes, but I worry my marshal has been offended as he furrows his brow at a particular scene. I'm almost relieved when he finally shares his thoughts. It's all nonsense, but this part with the raging ox has given me some ideas. Whatever inspiration can be found, we should use it. So we can actually get some combat advantage for a little while, or we can get some martial life. Explain it to me in detail. We get martial lifestyle, martial lifestyle experience. Now, admittedly, this isn't something we're working on right now, but we could try to dip our toe into one of these. We could try to dip our toe into some of these eventually, and we are a decent martial character. We could end up sort of doing this. A second half of our life could be more focused on warfare. So this could be good. I don't think getting a 10 years of advantage is important. I don't expect to fight any hard wars over the next 10 years. These guys are good to go here. Oh, 17 gold down here. Let's come down here and let's raid through and fill up our 150 gold here. By raiding through a little bit of Brittany, and we might need to come back around later to raid the rest of it. But hopefully it looks like we are going to be returning with about 150 gold. That should be enough to potentially go on pilgrimage and maybe go on a hunt and do some other good things. Family epic. Eternal obligations. Okay. A question of faith, huh? Seems that if this is our faith guru lady, has been listening to parts of my new family epic. Of course, she has discovered discrepancies between promises made in the past and our current reality. I can tell that she will not let it go anytime soon. Surely you can see how wise and benevolent it would be to fulfill your forebearers' promises even now. I belong to a long line of promise keepers, and we will actually lose control in a particular chieftain. Which one? Which chieftain is this? Is this even one that we care about like at all? We don't even own this one. We don't care about the control in this province. Oh, yes, we do. Yes, we do. Sorry, but this is one that we own. We could boost it. We can boost the control back up. So 30 control is not really actually that big of a deal. This is opinion with her, which is good. Piety and renown, which is all good. Or we can just get more, more. I think we'll make her happy. Let's come over here. Now what we could do is we could take this dude. We can have him focus on increasing control, though. So he's going to get us top back off at 100. Oh, we're ill. We're ill. Only do what is necessary, though. Do what is... Excellent work, Hala. Okay, so she did a good job. She did a good job, but I do want to actually replace her with the other guy. It's like, good job. Thank you for helping us out. Where's this other super genius? Where's this other super genius that we just brought into our court? Yeah, he's at 27. Holy cow, let's get this guy employed as the court physician. So we're going to fire that other lady. That's fine. An excellent epic. Wow, an excellent epic. The scholar has completed my family epic, and what a glorious song it has comprised. It has a high drama, moral quandaries, and tense duels. Everything my family has been forged from is in there. Even the part with the raging ox, seemingly so far-fetched, has become a touching moment outlining the destiny of my house. More prestige, more renown, and we're going to get 5 renown per month. Holy cow, or 5 prestige. We're getting 15 prestige a month. That is insane. That's hundreds per year just by default. This guy's going to become our friend. He's going to become our friend because he's just so happy to have worked with us. We're so happy to have had him working with us. That was incredible. We could do that again in 10 years. That was amazing. That was an amazing amount of prestige and all kinds of good stuff. So when we get home, we're going to... you know what? What the heck? Well, we could... I don't know. We have really good champions as it is. We don't have money. We don't have money is what we don't have. Let's raid through a little bit of this, come home, drop off the 100 and something gold that we're about to get. Man, our prestige gains are just absolutely bonkers right now. Absolutely bonkers. We're sick. Our wife is not pregnant. This is going to be 6 gold. This would be literally max gold right here. Unhealthy relations. Whoa, this person looks sick. He's got smallpox. That is not good. We have our physician standing by, it sounds like. So this is one of our vassals. We can study the corpse. We have a 10% chance to contract the disease. Because we're impatient, we're going to get a little bit of stress from that. This gives us extra learning for a little bit, which could be good. We can just give her a dignified burial. And, oh, she's died to the smallpox. So we can give her a dignified burial for some piety. Piety is really good, as we've seen. But getting some learning could be nice. Getting some learning could be nice. We're building our stress up a little bit. We're starting to do some things that are a little against our core character. And that's building up stress, right? When you go against who you are as a person, that causes a certain amount of stress. So we'll get us exactly maximum gold, and then we'll just have to come home without... Oh, did we fail to sway that guy again? Everybody basically likes us, though, to be honest. We can make this guy like us a little bit better. Oh, somebody's pregnant. Somebody's pregnant. Is that our wife, or is that our... So what we have to do is we have to bring these raiders home. We have to bring the raiders home. Our concubine is pregnant. Okay. So our wife isn't, but our concubine is. It is what it is, I guess. Let's hope for a good son. A Herculean son would be neat. So it takes a little bit of time to do the raiding, but this is at least money, extra money on top of the money that, presumably, right, on top of the money that we're already sort of accumulating just from taxes and stuff. My old self, we're no longer ill anymore. Now, one thing that we could do is we have a lot of prestige in the bank. Maybe we do want to go up to limited tribal authority. Okay, we'll do that. Plenty of prestige. What we could do is we could actually increase these men-at-arms groups. So we could spend prestige to increase the size of these groupings. So we have so much like prestige gain, it's insane. Which a lot of this is temporary, admittedly. Some of this is going to go away. Firm hand, what is that? Firm hand? Plus 70%. It's a perk. Oh, it's because we have dread. A good amount of dread. You know, what the heck? I'm feeling ambitious here. No, I think we want to... Well, Let's save some of our prestige. We'll be gaining more. We can continually upgrade. So these guys have landed. Booyah! They've landed. They've dropped off 150 gold. So we could just go right back and keep raiding if we wanted to, because more gold would be a good thing. We can look and see if there's any moment of opportunity here. Lotharingia has gotten weaker. Lotharingia has gotten weaker. Let's move this rally point down here. We could re-rally. How many more troops could we sort of re-rally here? A couple more knights. 3 days. And, there's not too many people that are joining up, but there you go. So we kind of refreshed the army a little bit. Let's go raid the Netherlands. Let's go raid the Netherlands. And while we do that, I think ourselves are going to be going on a pilgrimage. So we get a good amount of piety. All right. So we can pick where do we want to go on pilgrimage. We can go on pilgrimage in Uppland. That's pretty short, right? We live in Uppland. We can spend a little bit more to go on a further away pilgrimage to down to the Copenhagen area. Paderborn, I think, is up here. Or maybe we could perhaps even go somewhere else. Like we could go to Brunswick. We could go to Zealand for 100 gold. Holy cow! Let's go on a long pilgrimage to Zealand. We're gonna be raiding Zealand, so we'll actually see the troops rolling by, which will be kind of funny. So it only costs us 100 gold to do that. Heck yeah, let's go. Let's go. We can even come back, do a feast, get some of the, or go hunting and get some of that stress down and stuff. Could be great. Got some holy music playing in the background there. We're keeping the music pretty low here because it can be very distracting, actually. It can be insanely distracting. Okay, pilgrimage. We've gotten sick on pilgrimage. That is not great. Time to give up. No. This is no time to give up. Yeah, exactly. We don't want to go home. We've already spent 100 gold. No, we will push forward. Traveling while sick is a bad thing. This does absolutely put us in a bad state. Oh, our concubine wants to name the baby after us. What a lovely idea. Little baby Bjorn. Bjorn Bjornsson, who has no positive genetic. No, this is not great. This guy does, see, he's not Herculean. He doesn't have this genetic trait. But fine, we'll name him Bjorn Bjornsson, even if he's kind of a chump. Whoa, what is this? Holland just popped out of nowhere. Holy cow, Holland is now an independent country. Or an independent sort of area, right? Oh no! He's sickly. I think that's totally fine. If this guy, if that son died, I think that'd be totally fine. Oh, we arrived. Nice. So we actually did successfully arrive. We're sick, right? We're still sick, but we have become a pilgrim. So we have extra monthly piety gain, same faith relationship. There's so many good aspects to doing the pilgrimage. Everybody likes you more, and you get a bunch of piety and some other things. And you get that trait forever. You get this trait forever now. We are a pilgrim. We're never going to lose that. We could go back on another pilgrimage to get a big lump sum of piety like we just did, but for the most part, just doing it once is really, really strong because your character is recognized amongst the religious world, your religious world, that that you are a pilgrim. So we're returning home here, okay. And hopefully now that we're home, hopefully we'll get some treatment for our illness. Fingers crossed. Going on a hunt while we're sick? I don't know if that sounds like a good idea. Lowering our stress could be a good idea, though. Yeah, let's not go on a hunt while we're sick. The queen has become pregnant. Okay, let's hope for a genius son or daughter. Leaving an impression. Uh-oh, this looks kind of dramatic. Chieftain is coming to my wife to pay tribute. Wait, what is this? No, sorry. Never mind. I'm being a doofus here. This guy's coming to pay tribute. However, our wife suggests that military display could ensure continued loyalty. So basically, she's suggesting that we call out the army and greet this guy. A regular parade should suffice for 150 prestige. That's good right now. Display of force will actually gain some opinion, and we actually cowed the vassals though. So apparently, that guy's actually he's gonna lose some martial skill, and he's gonna be more susceptible to dread. No, we don't need any of that. We just need prestige is good. Our mother has passed away. No, our mother has passed away. She was pretty and quick and a wise woman. Now, I believe she was educating. Was she not educating our grandson? No, it was our old wife. Yeah, it's our new concubine old wife that was doing that. Interested in our realm to arrange a meeting with our... oh, this is fantastic. Yeah. Let's try to get our son, who's the heir, get him an ability to build relationships before he takes over, right? That sounds like a good idea. Arrange a meeting between the two. It's a perfect opportunity to craft the foundations of a long-lasting relationship between my realm and this guy's realm, who is a neighbor of ours. I should be very careful when planning the encounter. We'll visit their court, and we actually gain renown for doing that, but we will not be able to influence the meeting. Or we have it here and we pay money to do that. You know what? I'm cheap. I'm feeling cheap right now. Let's get some renown, which is always good, and let's send him to the foreign court. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. He actually pays us 75 gold, but we actually gain a lot of diplomacy lifestyle. So, a blooming friendship. Fantastic. That guy looks a little disgruntled, but, you know, kids have funny faces sometimes. Got a new perk. Come down here. Let's get the Dukel Conquest, and that's going to allow us to actually make titles cheaper, because one of the things we're going to have to do is make titles very soon. Doesn't seem like the money here is really that great. I'm not impressed. Yeah, I'm not impressed. It actually seems like ideally we'd be raiding France. France is like where like some of the big money really is. Actually, I'm going to check on our counselor who's actually been upping development in Wait a second. Where is this? Yeah, I think you're doing it here, right, aren't you? Why are you so bad at this, dude? It's taking years to get this done. My old self again. We're no longer sick. That's great. Man, if we could get some better people to come into the Empire, stewardship-wise, that'd be awesome. He's taking a sweet time on that. Okay, so let's get over here. Actually, you know what? Can we go this way? Yeah, let's go. Let's raid through here. So we're doing some raiding. We're building up our economy a little bit. We got a ton of stuff we can buy. We'd like to do a feast and a host. Host a feast, I mean, and do a hunt and a feast. And some other things, and invite more champions and be able to afford paying those guys to join into the court. If we click here, we can look at our court. We still have the same lady here. Not particularly that interested in her. We're trying to build up our prestige, which is going up very fast now, because we're getting tons per month. And we're also, the rating is helping us with that. But as we do that, we'll be able to get better casus bellis against these guys and get closer to forming Sweden. So we're very, very close to actually forming Sweden. We just need more money for that as well. So we're gaining money, we're gaining prestige, and those will get us where we need to go. Thanks, everybody, for watching this episode. If you have questions, please ask down below. Holy cow, I forgot to pause. We have a new daughter. She has no traits. She is not smart or anything like that, but that's fine. She's a daughter. And there is actually some really cool things you can do with religious customization. You can actually create equal rights. It's male. We have a male-dominated religion, but we can change that. We can have equal rights, or we could have a female-dominated religion, which is pretty cool. So that's just all, in terms of the religion that we have right now. So in this case, the daughter that we have will be able to be used sort of to create more diplomatic relationships and boost our renown and spread our dynasty around the world. And that'll be fantastic. So that is, I'd love to have tons of daughters. In terms of sons, we want to get some sons that I think are of good stock and such. All right. So thanks everybody for watching this episode. I'll see you guys in the next one. If you have comments, please, comments and questions, leave them down below and we will get to them and read them absolutely.